Hey guys, it's Heather here from Cash Flowing Life, and today I wanted to do a mid-month budget breakdown for you. So, this is our first official month working every dollar together and working our budget together. And I will say, between the difference between this month and January is absolutely nuts. We have also moved back to the cash envelope system, which has been an absolute lifesaver when it comes to using every dollar because I hate how long our transactions sit as pending, and it almost makes allocating it on this budget a little bit harder for me. I don't know if you guys find that to be kind of an issue with expenses too, but doing every dollar, having your budget here, and the cash envelope system has been so great. So I just wanted to show you guys what's going on with us. So it's officially the middle of the month. It's February 14th, Valentine's Day. Yay! So here's where we're at. So for our income, 7186, this would have changed from our beginning of the month budget. Actually, we had two big jars of change that I wanted to cash in, and we ended up getting $211 back in change, which to me that's crazy. So that is up a little bit, and we are on par to making our income for the month based on where we're at now. My personal business income may be up a little bit more, so we may have more to allocate in our spending later on towards our mortgage. We did put $600 into our emergency fund. We already have an established 6-month emergency fund, so that's totally fine, but we are beefing it up a little bit because this summer we have a deck project that we want to do that it's not super huge, but we want to put some money into savings for it. And then we're also just adding a little bit more into savings, excuse me, in case my husband needs to replace his car sooner than later. And we had a little bit of an issue with it last week, but it turned out to be a problem that we already knew about. So we're just putting some extra money into savings just in case, basically. So we've planned to put an extra $2,000 towards our mortgage. So far this month, we've done $1,200. In January, we only did $1,300. So we're already up on our game on that. And I feel pretty confident that we'll be able to hit that $2,000 mark for our mortgage. Standard house payment. So we've already paid February. So we paid the February mortgage in January. We'll be paying the March mortgage in February. So we're just kind of like sending it in like 5 to 7 days ahead of time so that we can get all of our bills paid in the beginning of the month. We really love operating our household that way so that we don't really have to worry about anything. And then pretty much all of our monthly bills have come out. So Walker Garbage, we pay them bi-monthly. Our water and sewer is out. Our PGE is out. We only have electric out here. We don't have any gas. So if you're wondering why our electric is high, it's because that's the only thing our house runs on is electric. And then Reliance Connects is our internet and cable. So we actually canceled our cable, and when we got our bill, I was expecting the bill to be like $90, but I guess we had some credits or overpayment. I honestly do not understand their billing system. But I was excited to see a $35 bill, but I still don't know what our payment is going to be just for our internet. So I'm going to guess that that bill for March is going to be 65 or 70 because I could not even figure out on their itemized billing what I was going to be charged next month. So I guess I could just call them, but it's not that big of a deal. I'll just wait till the bill comes in. Transportation and gas. So we spend a lot in gas because my husband is an electrical apprentice. He has to go where the job is at, and right now he is having to drive about an hour to work. So he does have a 98 Honda Civic, so it is pretty good on mileage, but still gas is always going to be an expensive line item for us. So we might go over it a little bit since it's already the middle of the month, but I think, excuse me, I think he already filled up his Corvette. I have to fill up mine. So who knows where we'll be on that. We put $40 into a cash envelope, and then he decided that he needed a little bit more for next month. So I haven't taken that out yet, but I will soon. He realized that he forgot to pay his union dues in January, so this month he's getting caught up and paying it twice. So he's already made one payment, and then he's going to have to make the next. Our Netflix and Hulu came out. Our car insurance hasn't come out yet. That comes out on usually around the 20th to the 22nd. CrossFit, I paid my monthly membership of $135, and then I pay extra for macronutrition tracking. It's basically like a scale thing that you stand on, and it measures your body fat percentage, muscle gain, water content. It gives you a whole bunch of information based on like where your strength is in your body. So right now I'm just playing with that and playing with my macronutrient ratios, just to see if I can burn some extra fat and gain muscle. So honestly, the last 2 weeks have not been very good on my diet. So I'm almost wasting money by still paying for this, but I need a little bit of help. So I feel like if I continue paying for it, I'll get back on track. I know that sounds ridiculous to say, but that's how it is. So our phone bill came out $199.57. That is even after reducing the data plan down. I'm going to do it again for this month, but honestly, I have an installment plan on there for my iPhone, and I was considering paying it off. I thought it was $440, but that actually ended up being if I wanted to upgrade to a new phone. So my actual installment balance due is like $650 or something ridiculous like that. So I'm not going to pay it off yet just because it really pisses me off. We have a cash envelope for our animals, Dakota and Cassie, so there's $30 in there because they'll need food next month, so we're just going to roll it over. Groceries, $500.55. I know that sounds weird, but we already had a card transaction go through in the beginning of the month. So, yeah, I just put that in there. So we've actually already spent all of our grocery money for the month. I know, it's the 14th. But I went to Costco 2 days ago and stocked up on a lot of the basics that we need that we were running out of. But honestly, we have plenty of food in our house. We just need to stop being picky about what we want to eat. My husband's IRA payment has not come through yet. We're really only doing $75 a month, which is like, what, 1% of our annual income? Not very good. But the reason why we're doing that now, or the reason why I guess we haven't changed anything, is at this point, my husband is not happy with where his money is invested. Right now, it's just through the Chase Bank. And he does want to switch to an ELP here in the Portland area. There's really only one. But we just haven't made that appointment yet. And he dropped it way down when he started his apprenticeship program 9 months ago because he was taking like a 40% pay cut, and my income goes up and down, and you'll see that on future videos just from our general income. So to play it safe, we really dropped it down. But we're going to Dave Ramsey's Marriage and Money Conference in Seattle in about a month. and I know that they're going to be talking about investing. I really just need to kind of motivate him to make an appointment with the ELP and go from there. So, Dave Ramsey peeps, please stay off my back on that one. So down here we have basically the rest of our cash envelopes. So $60 for fun money. We haven't touched that. We've had no fun yet this month. Just kidding. Things are fine. Personal money. I give my husband more personal money than I give myself because I consider CrossFit an extra expense. So maybe it's just more of a guilt factor that I feel like we shouldn't have the same amount of personal money, which, since really CrossFit should actually be personal money, if you know what I mean. My husband doesn't care about it. It's just my like personal opinion and thought on it. So we have the cash. So the balance in the spent is what I have withdrawn for the cash envelopes. So for my husband, like I can still withdraw another like $47 from his. And then I can still withdraw like another $52 in cash for mine. So right now in my cash envelope, I have like 120 in there that I haven't spent, plus the 50 that I could still take out. So I feel like using the cash for personal money has really made me stop and think about what I want to buy, even though honestly, a lot of what I buy is coffee. So, um, but it's good motivation for me, especially like if I want to go shopping or if I want something for the house. It really makes me stop and think, do I really need that? Probably not. But I am saving some of my personal money for purchasing plants this year for the backyard because I know that I would be able to spend all of the home project money on that. So, speaking of home projects, we haven't created that as a cash envelope because all of our home project spending the last 2 weeks has been kind of random, or I forgot to grab the cash envelope like thing. So I think we have about $100 in cash here. So the other 47 we have spent with a debit card, and then I just allocated that. The travel cash for March. So I mentioned we're going to the Dave Ramsey conference mid-March, and then we're also going up to the San Juan Islands for 3 nights. So I had allocated, what was the beginning of the month budget? Like $100 or something, or maybe it was 50. I can't remember. But I used the cash from our change jars towards that because we just kind of think of that as like extra. And then eating out money, that's in cash. We've eaten out once. I think we spent $25. So maybe we need to make this month a priority of using our fun money and eating out money because we haven't done very much. But I want to go over super quick how I realized I wanted all of these separate categories to be. So I realized that I wasn't, I wanted to know exactly like what the percentages were when we were creating our categories. So you know how Dave Ramsey mentions your your house payment, your mortgage payment should not be more than 25% of your take-home pay. Well, I had the standard mortgage payment and like our extra to the mortgage payment in the same category, so I couldn't really see what those percentages were, as well as like car maintenance and like living expenses, and then with that being separate from like fund money and stuff. So I like to know what our standard mortgage payment is in percentage wise into relation to our income. So we're at 17%. I think that's crazy. And then the fixed living expenses, the stuff that we can't change, which I guess actually the car payment, monthly bills and living, I should probably actually, that purple and green one, I should probably combine those because they're the same. But it's just so interesting. Like we're putting an extra, like 28% of our income is going towards extra towards our mortgage. To me, that's crazy. And if I wouldn't have separated those categories, it's not something that I would have realized. And it's actually really motivating for me to see that. So if you need to create um, different categories for your budgets to help create motivation or help you see better, like maybe your fun money category like is too high of a percentage, or maybe you have groceries intermixed with eating out in that same category line. Maybe separate those out to see what percentage of your money is really going where. And to me, it's really helpful for me to see those numbers. So, anyways, that's February. I still have $89 to allocate, which that's just kind of like buffer money. But I don't really see anything else happening because all of our bills are paid. But we may need some extra money for groceries. I mean, I don't know. We like to eat. We like to eat different things. So that may be an issue later in the month. But yeah, that's February so far. I think we're doing pretty good. All of our expenses are paid for the month, and we have most of the cash out for our cash envelope. So it's really just going to be the rest of the month is going to be about being content with what we have, not going over budget, and really just sticking to the plan and following through. And yeah, going from there. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And then if you like this video and other videos like this, give it a thumbs up and leave any comments or questions you have down below. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.